Grades in a particular statistics course follows a normal distribution with a mean of 72. I wrote that down. And a standard deviation of 10. I jotted that down. If a particular person is picked out at random, then find the following. Find the 80th percentile. When we say a percentile, we're talking about the value that separates. So like if it says 80%, we're talking about the value that separates the bottom 80% from the top 20%. So this is the value we're trying to find. Okay, we're going to use, to find values, you always use I and V norm. And you pass in the area to the left of the value you're trying to find. So we're trying to find this one right here. So the area to the left is 0.80 or 0.8. And then our mean, which is 72, and our standard deviation, which is 10. Okay, so we'll do second vars and choose I and V norm. Then 0.8 or 0.80, comma, 72, comma, 10, and then push enter. And we'll take it 2 decimal places, so we got 80.42. I round up because this is 5 or greater. Now B. Find a value that separates the top 10% of the class from the rest. So here they're telling us the top 10%. If that's 10%, this has to be 90% because all of this adds up to 100%. And this is again the value we're trying to find. So we'll do I and V norm again. And you always pass into the area to the left of the value we're trying to find. We're trying to find this right here, so the area left is the 0.90, comma our mean, comma our standard deviation. So we'll do second vars, choose I and V norm, and then we'll put in 0.90, comma, 72, comma, 10, and push enter. Then we get 84.82. We round up because the third digit here is a 5, so that's 5 or greater, so this becomes a 2. And C. Find the two values, separate the middle 90% from the rest. Okay, so putting 90% in the middle. That means that 10% has to be split up into our two tails. So we'll put 0.05 here, and we'll put 0.05 here. Although I didn't draw it, remember the normal distribution is symmetric, which means this has to equal this. We got two values to find here. So we got our first value and we got our second value. Okay, now for our first value, we're going to use I and V norm. And you always pass in the area to the left of the value you're trying to find. The area to the left is just the 0.05, comma our mean, comma our standard deviation. Okay, so we do second vars, choose I and V norm. We're going to put in 0.05, comma, 72, comma, 10, enter, and we get 55.55. Okay, so now let's find this one. It's find a value again, so we're going to do I and V norm, and you pass in the area to the left of the value you're trying to find. Here's the value we're trying to find. The area to the left is 0.05 plus 0.9, which gives us 0.95. You have to add up all the area to the left, and then our mean, and then our standard deviation. So we'll do second vars, choose I and V norm, 0.95, comma, 72, comma, 10, and then push enter. And we get 88.45. And we put that in by putting our low value first, and then comma, and then our high value, no spaces anywhere. And that's how we'd input our answer.